What's going on? I go by the name of Quest Legends. Of course, this is the Slums Project. I just want to thank y'all for listening, whoever's out there listening. Today we're going to get into a dope battle, a classic battle. Glueazy versus Geechi Gotti. North Carolina or either South Carolina versus LA, Nutty Block, California. So we got Glueazy up first. First thing I'm gonna do is what I do with my recaps of the battle. I usually only talk about the fire moments from each opponent. Haymakers, good schemes, wordplay, all that good stuff. So this is a brief recap. I don't take the time and jot down a whole round. I think it don't make no sense, because you will see that every opponent have drop spots. So with that said, round one, Glueazy up first. He has a line, identical pussy, like your twin sisters. I think that was a fire line. He had a Shawn Michaels, we chin kicker scheme. That was fire. He had a Joey Jihad scheme, which was fire with the camera joint. He had a side language scheme, which was cool. The crowd was messing with him all the way, because Glue not only had schemes and angles, punches, but he had aggression, and he had crowd control, and he had performance. He had a Gigapet scheme that had the crowd going bananas. We know Geechi Gotti a Crip. He had crab hunting scheme. That was fire. He had a pine cone scheme, which was a haymaker. These was like the most things that Glueazy said that made an impact in the first round. Everything else was cool. But Glueazy did have a good first round, and his performance was great. Alright, so we go up to Geechi Gotti's first round. He got a pregnant pussy Stanley Tucci scheme, which was fire. He got a Reaper with you scheme, that was fire. He got a white kids knowing for sniffing glue, that was a haymaker. He got paste that's different glue for fire line. You know what I'm saying? He got an arts and crafts scheme, fire. Tiny mouth scheme on the tip, fire. I put the pound to his chest like a jail scheme, off the wall. He got a Hey Arnold scheme, haymaker. Glue chick cut extensions, haymaker. He got a DMV scheme, fire. He got a Boys in the Hood line, which was cool. All in all, for this first round, I looked for creativity. I looked for performance. I looked for impact. Geechi had 2 haymakers. Glueazy had 1. So I'm edging the first round to Geechi Gotti. Geechi out 1-0. Second round, Glueazy comes up again. He got a snake eye scheme. One of my pupils, I could see through my eyes. That was hot. That was a haymaker right there. That was very creative. We drawing faces, sleep on white boy scheme, fire. That was that had an impact. Auto body experience scheme, that was fire. Crowd going bananas. But again, I don't go off a crowd reaction, but it had an impact. Dietitian line, my patience getting thin, that was a haymaker right there in my opinion. He had a J Black scheme, that was cool, with debate battles through the Tech 9 fire. That was that was creative. He had a click of the ticket, saying we always strapped scheme. That was cool. He had a sea walking prophecy line. That was a haymaker right there. Glue was definitely doing his thing. This was definitely a battle. It was like watching a good fight on pay-per-view without having to pay for it. Excuse me. So Glueazy's second line, I don't have to tell y'all, it was out of this world. Okay? He had everything this second round. He had performance, he had wordplay, he had punchlines, he had everything. So we get up to Geechi Gotti. His North Carolina scheme was fire. His South, he did something with all the cities. That was real hot. He got kid got a ball head like Caillou line. That was a haymaker. He said your kid could catch that was fire. Your kid could catch a ball head like Caillou. We all know Caillou from the cartoon and all of that. He has a ball head, so you could catch a ball head. That was a haymaker right there. Official bra scheme was fire. He had a Maya Campbell scheme, fire. Caps like a prescription, fire. He had a veggie burger scheme, also fire. He had a wisdom tooth scheme, that was a haymaker. He had a Jack Boy scheme, which is also fire. So Geechi Gotti also had a solid second round, but this which makes it a classic. I think this battle should have been like on a Born Legacy because it has a lot of replay value. I watched this battle about 6-7 times. This battle has a lot of replay value. So on the second round, I got Glueazy winning this second round. Glueazy had 2 haymakers as well as Geechi, but I think he was more creative in his lines, and I think it had more of an impact, and I think he had way less dry spots than Geechi. Geechi had he had some dry spots in the second round, but I think in my opinion it came down to creativity, and I think Glueazy definitely was more creative, and what he was saying had more of an impact. Not talking about the crowd, but it had more of an impact, and it stuck, and it has replay value. So I got Glueazy edging the second round. So we come down to the third round. Glueazy's up. He said, "Glue on you to keep the West down." That was a haymaker line. Got a feeling. Butterfly scheme, fire. Hit him with the back of the handle like he's sneaking out the back of the house scheme. That's another. Man, yo, that's creative, off the wall creative. He got T-top. I'm going back and forth with the razor scheme. That's a haymaker. Get 2 pops like your daddy, a faggot scheme. Fire, creative. Xbox line, haymaker. Pull over here like a rest stop. Fire. San Andreas scheme, letter cut up scheme. Yo, man, a lot of this stuff was close to being haymakers. That's how tough it was. So we get down to Geechi Gotti's third round. He got an Arsenal bus driver scheme, fire. He got niggas willing to die for niggas that ain't willing to live for him scheme. That was fire. Better relationships with their guns than their sons lines. Fire. B's and C's scheme. Fire. Out here busting guns before I bust a nut. Haymaker. Straight out of Compton line. Straight out of Compton line was fire. The bullets burn like sex with Usher. Haymaker. Gorilla Glue line. That was cool. This was very hard to judge right here. This third round. It was just too close. It was too close. It was too close. Now, even though Geechi got, they both got 2 haymakers in this round. I think Glueazy, some of his lines was borderline haymakers. That's how tough it was. Like I said, I think Glueazy third round was just a little bit more crazier than Geechi's third round. Geechi had some dry spots in the third round, even though certain lines that Geechi was saying, I think it was basic, but people was still, giving him his props. You know what I'm saying? But he had a good third round. But all overall, I give Glueazy the third round. I think he really did his thing through this battle. I got Glueazy in this battle 2-1. Once again, this is Quest Legends, the CEO of the Slums Project, and this is my recap of Glueazy versus Geechi Gotti. Smack, get Glueazy on another Born Legacy, man. Glueazy doing his thing. And Geechi did his thing. Good battle. I rate this as a classic. 1.